Okay, so I'm just going to show you really quick kind of the difference between my Model S and my Model, or the Model 3 that I'm renting. My Model 3, I'm acting like I already got it. So the one that I'm renting off of Turo, and luckily I have my Model S right now too, so I kind of have them side by side just so we can look at the differences and kind of some of the things that I noticed right off the bat and some things that annoy me about the Model 3. So real easy right away, like one of the things that I love about the Tesla is, you know, the automatic door handles. When you walk up to it, you know, they just pop open like that, and usually you don't even have to touch it, but I've been standing here for a while, so I love that. So easy, you walk up to it, the car unlocks, you can get in and out, super easy, car is on and ready to go for you. Love that about the Model S. Of course, with the Model S, you got the full panoramic roof, and it's actually a sunroof, so that's always nice. And then the amazing thing about the Model S is all the trunk space. I mean, naturally, it's a bigger car, so there is so much more trunk space, and it's an automatic trunk, which is really nice, and that's to both open and close. So you have huge trunk space, you have storage underneath, and you actually have a pretty big frunk as well. And then with the Model S, I mean, I feel like, you know, these days most cars have this, the automatic trunk closing. So those are just some, like, I feel like basics of cars that are really great. Now here we have the Model 3, and these are a few things that really bother me about this that are quite the opposite of the Model S. So one is the trunk. So it's not automatic, and it also doesn't close automatically either. So it's a smaller trunk space, which is okay. It's actually still pretty roomy, and it has a bottom portion as well. If you lift this up, there's more storage right there, which is cool. Plenty of space, I think, for the car, so that's not an issue. But I hate this trunk because it's not automatic, and there's really not even like a grip right here. So like my hand just kind of slides off if I try to pull it. So I really had to grip this. And then the other thing is the trunk is super heavy. And I swear I'm not exaggerating, and maybe because I'm a smaller person, I don't know what it is, but this trunk is heavy, and I just feel like for a $60,000 car, like the trunk should at least be automatic. And then I absolutely freaking hate these door handles. They drive me nuts. So they're not automatic, and what you have to do is you have to push in one side of the door handle with your thumb and awkwardly grab the front side of the handle. Now, somebody like me, I have long nails, and you know, I'm sure for other females as well. So I know over time, every time I hit this door handle with my thumb to try to grab it, I mean, I'm gonna keep scratching this finish, and eventually I'm gonna have a scratched up door handle, and you know, even from people getting in and out of my car. So that's kind of annoying. I don't really like that. It's just not convenient. Maybe it takes some time getting used to, but even if you get used to it, I just can't see that being easy. And then this, of course, has a full panoramic roof, but it's not a sunroof either. So again, you know, you have this $60,000 car that still doesn't have a sunroof, no automatic door handles, none of that. And then if you go over to the driver's side, so one of the things about the Model 3 is this acts as a key. Now also, if you have the app on your phone and you're the owner, the app on the phone and your phone acts like a key as well. But somebody like me who's actually renting this car, I have to use this credit card looking key to get into the car. And one of the things when I picked it up and the owner handed this to me, you know, he showed me to get into the car, you actually have to swipe it on the sensor right here, and you can, actually I locked it, but same thing to open it. But if you look, I don't know if you can see this on video, but this is actually all scratched up, and it was scratched up when I got the car, and the owner pointed that out too, just from continuing to swipe this card onto the sensor, and probably just from like the dirt that sits on the car over time, and you know, you're swiping that against it. I mean, it's just totally noticeable and scratched up, and I don't like that at all. And then the other part is once you actually get into the car, you have to place this card on the sensor inside near the cup holder to actually have the car start. So those are just some basic things that are major differences between the Model 3 and the Tesla Model S. The Tesla Model S also has a huge frunk. The Model 3 has a super tiny trunk, front trunk, and I think the Model 3 probably fits a small carry-on bag, whereas the Tesla Model S, you can actually fit a full-size stroller into it. So that's pretty cool. And you know, aside from that, those are some of the major differences that I saw that I didn't like in particular about the car. And then, you know, the other thing is the Model 3 doesn't have an air ride suspension, whereas the Model S does. So, you know, it definitely doesn't drive as smooth as the Model S. And I know obviously the Model S is more expensive, so you get these bells and whistles, but I also thought that some of these differences are so basic, and being that the car is up to $60,000, I would hope for some of those features to really kind of carry on that Tesla name. You know, when you think of Tesla, you do automatically think of sort of luxury. I mean, I do at least, and maybe that's because I've had the Model S. So, you know, when I saw those things missing from this car, it was kind of hard to really justify that $60,000 price point. So that's my take on some of the differences between the Model 3 and the Tesla Model S.